How I found out I was the other girl. I've been talking to this guy for the past 4 months, and only did I find out 2 days ago that he had a whole girlfriend the entire time we were talking. I found out because she literally walked in on me as I was sleeping in his bed, and the crazy part is he literally had just left maybe 40 minutes prior to her getting there and telling me he wanted to commit to me. To give you some context, about 2 weeks ago, him and I talked about committing to each other. Instead of fighting with resistance, he actually told me, Sarah, I like you and I'm on the same page. Ever since then, I would say that we had a closer relationship. He bought me flowers, he came to the gym with me. We were basically a couple. There was a bit of tension on the Monday before this Sunday, but we smoothed things over and he basically told me that he is a loyal person and that he would never hurt me, he'd never play me, and that he used to be a player in his past, but that's no longer him because he's looking to build a life now that he's approaching 30. The night before all of this happened, he actually asked me how he can make me feel more secure in a relationship. He wanted to make me feel more secure because he's looking to commit. I told him the things I needed in a relationship and he said that he would be able to give me those things. And the next morning he left for work around 7 a.m. and before he left for work, he sat at the bed and he told me word for word, I want to commit to you. I was half asleep and I actually needed to be up at 7:30 because I was getting ready to leave for work, but I kept snoozing the alarm. At this point of the story, he's gone for work, but my back is faced towards the bedroom door. And as I'm snoozing my alarm, I hear the door creak open. I turn to look at the door and I see a girl standing in her scrubs. She's obviously crying. I'm obviously like, what the fuck? Who is this? Come to find out, that's his girlfriend of the last 6-7 months. I should mention the night before when we were having that commitment talk, he was telling me how typically relationships naturally progress in the direction of a relationship and he's never had to define an actual relationship before, which I said, that's a red flag. But here he is having a full-blown girlfriend. What the fuck? She's crying, I'm consoling the girl, I'm trying to make her feel better. She's calling him, he's not answering. To be honest, I had suspicions that something was wrong with our relationship because he wasn't fully present and I kept asking myself, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? But I just couldn't pinpoint it because every time I brought up a problem, the energy he would give me, I would never have to question it. I never thought that he was lying to me because I thought he was a transparent human being, and the way that he shaped his morals or expressed his morals made me believe that he just wasn't a pathological liar. The whole time we were together, he told me he wanted to be with me, that he doesn't want to lose me, that he respects me so much, that he admires me, all of these things. Looking back now, these were all lies. The gaps in our messages, not understanding where he would go sometimes. It makes so much sense. You were with your fucking girlfriend. Genuinely didn't think that I was the side piece. I thought I was the main girl and he was cheating on me with someone else. But clearly, I don't know this man at all. Anyway, I haven't spoken to him since because he left me on red, so I'm assuming I'm being ghosted. But I don't even give a fuck anymore because there's nothing to talk about. It is so scary that men can look you in the eye, lie to you, and feel absolutely no remorse. How are you to tell me literally on Monday that you're not a player and that you don't ever want to hurt me and that you would never cheat on me, only to be doing that in this very moment? The most fucked up thing about this all is that he got baptized in May. We started talking in March. They started talking in January. So he got baptized. Before being baptized, he was already talking to 2 girls. After getting baptized, he was still talking to 2 girls. Like, what? This guy, he would talk about past relationships sometimes to bring up examples or reasons. And recently he brought up this new ex that works in healthcare. And I'm like, who? There's no ex that works in healthcare. I've never heard about her. Comes to find out, it's actually his current fucking girlfriend that he's referring to as his ex-girlfriend. Is that not fucked up? It's safe to say that I'll never be talking to this man ever again. Thank you so much. That was the performance of a fucking lifetime, and I will never be fucking with you ever again. It is so crazy how everything played out the way it was supposed to be. For example, on Thursday, I literally asked God to take this man out of my life if he wasn't serving me the right purpose in my life, and by Sunday, that guy was gone. Gone. Anyway, I thought the trauma can be entertainment, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will probably not be making any more videos due to the fact that I don't want to air people's shit out on the internet, but I just thought that this was such a telenovela that I had to share, because what the fuck? Men are crazy, so I can't.
I just found out that my boyfriend has been cheating on his wife with me. Yeah, I'm the other woman. I met this older man on Hinge, like the Silver Fox type. What were either one of us doing on there? I don't know. I decided to take a chance. We've been dating for about 6 months. This guy travels for work a lot. He's in and out of the city. And last week he had told me that he was going to take me out of the city up to the mountains and we were going to spend some time in a cabin. Well, last minute, he tells me he has to cancel because he has to stay in the city for work. And I feel bad for him. I'm like, oh no, this is terrible. But, you know, I had already bought some new bedroom attire. I had a fresh box of spicy cubes, and I knew the code to his apartment. So I thought, you know what? I'll just go surprise him. We'll spend the weekend at his apartment. He can go to and from work. Like, it'll be perfect, right? I pick up his favorite Thai food on the way in. I put the code into his apartment. I get up there. I put my little bedroom number on. Like, I pop a spicy cube. That way I'm going to be feeling like Little Caesar's pizza. Like, we're about to have an intimate night. I'm posed up on the couch thinking, like, how do I want him to see me when he walks in the door? I hear the elevator coming up. It's stinging, right? Except for when the door's open. It is his pregnant wife. And not only pregnant wife, very famous pregnant wife. I am starstruck. For a second, I'm like, whose apartment did I just walk into? I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I thought this was my boyfriend's apartment. I'm so sorry. And then I'm looking around and I realize I am in the right apartment. And I'm like, wait, my boyfriend's name is... She's like, wait, that's my husband's middle name. And then it clicks to me that I realized where I had recognized her husband from. Now, he's not famous, but he is famously her husband to some degree. And I'm apologizing. And she's like, no, this is not the first time he's done this. Anya, this woman is beautiful and very pregnant. I pack up all my stuff, I apologize, and I leave. And that man has now called me 32 times. What do you have to say to me after I done found out that I was the other woman? What the...
Hi, so this is a pretty long story, but I'm going to try and shorten it down. Basically, before I came to college, I met this guy, and we got along really well. The day I moved in, we hung out, and we started hanging out a lot after that. Like, he came over and built my dresser. Everybody loved him. Like, my roommates, everyone loved him. They all thought he was such a great guy. They were like, you guys are like the same person. And I go, yeah, okay. And so I started to really like him, and eventually we did start dating. And it was great. Like, it was too good to be true. He treated me like a queen. Everybody thought he was in love with me, like, by, like, the things he said to me, like, the way he treated me. It was just great. But there were also some red flags that I overlooked because I was head over heels with him. Like, he said all the right things. He did all the right things. Like, he said that he told his mom about me when we were just friends. Like, come on, guys. Like, this would make you fall for someone. But anyways... There were some red flags. Like, almost every time we'd hang out, he'd get a text from a girl with the same name, like, every time. And I got a little weirded out, and I brought her name up to him, and he goes, you're assuming things. And I have trust issues, like, from my past relationships, and I chose to believe him. I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's right. Like, I just need to trust him. Big mistake. Anyway, so we go to an event one night. It was like the best night ever. It was on my birthday. He got me gifts and a cake. Like, it was amazing. And at the end of the night, after we'd taken a bunch of pictures, I go, okay, I'm going to post these. And he goes, wait, don't tag me. And I was like, excuse me? And he made up some elaborate story about, like, how he got scammed and stuff. And I didn't believe him. Like, I did not believe him. But I was like, okay, cool, like, I won't tag you. And, like, I tried to trust him, but I could not. So I went on his Instagram, and I found a girl that he took to prom, and she had the same name as the girl that was texting him. So I sent a follow request, hoping to just, like, think that it would, like, alleviate my stress. And, guys... 2.5 years worth of pictures. 2.5 years worth of pictures together. So I get my roommate. I'm like, oh my God, like, they're dating. She's like, no way. We confirmed that they were dating. I called her, told her everything. I was devastated. Like, I was so blindsided. Like, everybody thought that he was, like, this great guy who was totally in love with me, would never do anything to me. It was really bad. They are still together. He blocked me on everything, including Spotify. And my things are still at his house, so that's kind of awkward. But like, at the end of the day, like, I forgive him, whatever. He also lied about a bunch of, like, unnecessary things that you do not need to lie about. But yeah, like, I forgive him. I'm not in my revenge era anymore. But I did make a song about it, and it's coming out my new EP. So if you want to follow me and listen to my music, cool. Okay. Bye. Story time done.